Yeah, I got into all like Gas Monkey Garage, Jay's Garage.
I'm getting that Gas Monkey guy on the show.
Oh, Richard Rawlings.
Yeah, I just got an email yesterday.
Dude, that guy's
fuck yeah, I love that guy.
That guy's a fucking riot.
I love that guy.
Ask him about my favorite episode. My favorite fucking episode of that. Because he always, like, I watched that show so much, I knew the number he was going to come at. Like, they'd be like, okay, what do you want for this car? And he always get them to say it first. And they'd be like, I mean, I was thinking like $5,000. And then he'd be, oh, man, $5,000. No, man, I can't. I mean, I could do like 2,700, right? And then the fucking guy would then go down to $4,000, and he would come up like $300, and he'd end up getting the car for like $3,000, like whatever the fuck he wanted, right? So one time, he went out and he busted this guy down on like an old Trans Am or a Firebird or some shit. I forget what. The guy sells it to him for like fucking. He wanted like $18,000 or something. He sold it to him for like 11. So he fucking gets the car over there. He's talking about what he's going to do with it, and all of a sudden, the guy's brother calls up and says, "Hey, that guy didn't have the fucking right to sell that car. That's also mine. You got to, I'm going to come down and I got to buy it back from you." So the guy comes down. And he's, asking what he wants for it. And Richard's just like, I was thinking like 20. And the guy goes, dude, you bought it for my brother. I know what you paid for it. And he actually got embarrassed. He's like, oh, man, I'm sorry. It's the only time I ever saw him get like embarrassed. He just went into like his thing. And like, I swear to God, like watching that show, like you get better at like negotiating and like occasionally he does like these sketches too, where he'll do like a character imitating like an old school used car salesman, and how good he does it.
Yeah.
Because, it's not like he's a performer or an actor or anything. How good he does it. It's like this guy is like, this is just in his blood. He's just been a car guy. He's been flipping cars. I haven't seen the show in a minute, but like he used to talk about how he, by the time he was like 19, he was on like his 30th car or something. Like he was just like, I like that car. I'm gonna buy this car. I like that one. And he would just every month would just flip them.
Those cars, there's something about those shows that, those and auction shows or anytime like pawn shop shows, there's something about wanting to know how the deal plays out.
Yeah.
That is so compelling for people. There's something like, and I'm a moron. I'll just sit there staring, like, how much are they going to get?
Yeah.
How much are they going to get for that?
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Civil War coins? What are those worth?
And how much they bust him down and just I mean, that guy, Richard's probably the best I've seen.
He's the most entertaining. Because he's like a fun guy to watch.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man, I was thinking.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Yeah, and then he goes up there and he pulls out this giant wad. It's like, dude, you had it. You had the money. And the other guy has to sit there and watch it. Then he kind of makes fun of him afterwards.
Yeah.
He could kind of make, in like a funny way or whatever. But
it's a funny thing, too, that how appealing that is to men. Like, I bet if you looked at the number of women who watch those car shows versus the number of men, like, Motor Trend has a channel now. They have their own channel. And I guarantee you that is 97% dudes and 3% women complaining. 3% women going, what the fuck are you watching? Like, if you looked at the actual numbers, like, what is it about cars? Like, girls can drive cars. Girls drive cars all the time. Girls like cars. They don't like cars the way guys like cars. It's just... most of them.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Outside of like Danica Patrick and a few psychos.
Yeah. I met her one time.
Yeah, I saw a picture with you.
Yeah, she did the part. She took me around the Indianapolis Motor Speedways.
No.
Yeah. Coming down that straightaway and seeing like, where they have the leaderboard and everything was iconic. Wow. And I've been to that race a couple of times. So it was crazy.
How fast were you going?
She only went like half the speed of what the car, like how fast they would be going or something. We got up to maybe like 140, but we were like going around turns and like my face was doing this. But what I loved about her was she had like test pilot vibe.
Yeah.
Like she came up and it was just vice, like handshake and shit.
She's a beast.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Look at this. There you guys are.
Yeah, she was just totally like, look at the difference of her sunglasses and my sunglasses. I have passenger sunglasses,
What are you talking about? They look the same.
No. Those are like right off the fucking shelf.
What's wrong with your sunglasses versus hers?
Well, you'll see it.
It's
all in the details. Come on, man. That's like me, I probably, your crescent kick probably looks the same as fucking some guy in a strip mall to me. I mean,
it's hilarious you say crescent kick. That's one of the rarest kicks that anybody ever pulls off, ever.
It's left over from the 80s. Whatever. But
I mean, it's kind of legit. Crescent kick's kind of legit. It's very rare.
My other thing about Meekum is after a while, it just all becomes like Shelby.
Meekum auctions,
and Hemi. Hemi Cuda. We got a Hemi Cuda coming up in Plum Crazy.
Those fucking things are too much. You buy those things for $1 million, and when their car came out, it was like 20 grand. I mean, not even.
But
not
I
even
like
20 grand.
I like weird shit.
Yeah.
I like I want to get a 76 GMC RV. That's what I want to go on the road with.
Yeah.
And then they had this thing I think it was called Palm Desert Green or something like that. It was like this total Ron Burgundy. Look at that thing. Click on the interior, dude. And that thing was way ahead of its time. Ahead of its time.
That's amazing. Look at that fucking piece of shit.
That's not a piece of shit. That's fucking tremendous. Look at the captain's chair, dude.
They swivel. Oh my god.
Dude, let me tell you something. You walk off stage and get on that fucking thing.
You feel like a king.
You got a driver? What do you give a fuck? You don't give a fuck about anything. I could be on the road forever in that.
Just making eggs on that little stovetop.
No, you're in there drinking. You're doing what you want. You're watching Goodfellas or fucking Anchorman.
That is pretty beautiful. It's so well. It's an experience too. You're riding in that thing. That's a retro experience. That's not just a truck.
Yeah, that thing. My wife nixed it. It's like, where are you going to put it? I go, the fucking driver will keep it.